does sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, we went from doing our first record on tape, all tape, and then we just recorded a 7-inch single, all digitally. So we kind of made that exact jump ourselves.
Yeah.
But like, if both did the job, we're happy with the outcome both times. Tape's fun, like sounds amazing, but digital also sounds really good.
Yeah. Like tracking back on digital is a lot easier than tracking back on tape.
Yeah,
But like something easier doesn't mean it's better. So.
yeah.
Rolling down a hill.
Yeah, I think so. Most things are done digitally today. I mean, you can listen to like some White Stripes records, and you know it's not on tape.
Yeah.
And like I think Elephant was even done on tape, probably, right?
Yeah.
But it sounds brilliant. It sounds great. Like sometimes it sounds more alive.
Yeah, that too. And the thing about tape, it's just like,
It's warm.
yeah, it's warm and it's not even like the sound quality. I think it's better, but it's not even about that. It's just different. That's why people do it on tape. It's just a different feeling.
Like there's benefits for everything you do differently. Like it's cold or if it's warm. Even like doing things digitally, even if you don't think it sounds that great, like it's good for something. Like, you have to make that something work basically for yourself.
I see you.
I think it's great. I think it's very much part of what's going on today. It's really leveled the playing field for like all bands. Like everyone can be heard now. Like you don't have to like go to a record shop to buy a record for your favorite band. Like anybody can just listen to anything and stream it on YouTube or whatever, which is great. Can't argue with that. We're not making money off of it, but it gets to a point where like you really, really just have to do it just for the sake of being heard.
Yeah. Like it makes you money sort of indirectly. Let's say they download your music, then they like the song, and then they come to your show and they pay for the show.
Yeah.
So you get money some way.
Somehow, but yeah, we haven't seen any of those royalties yet.
Whatever.
Yeah, I think it pretty much has to be. I mean, it's going to be online, and it's going to be compressed to put on CDs, and you're going to have to usually mix it down onto a computer, whether you do it on tape or not. So it's usually always ends up in some form or another digitally. Like nothing's really truly analog these days, rarely.
Yeah, like we had to send WAV files to go get vinyl printed.
Yeah.
Usually they just sent the reel-to-reels and
Yeah, back in the day.
junk like that. Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll be able to do that, but you know, it's just the cards we're dealt, I guess.
Follow me home.
Absolutely not. No, I like Sgt. Pepper's is great and everything, and it's one of our favorite records. But and it's great with all the layering and everything. But we also love things that were done in the 1930s, and like we think it's just as powerful in so many ways. I mean, doing like the most you can do in the moment and meaning what you're saying, like it's just like the most you can do to make something as great as possible, and that has nothing to do with layering.
Yeah.
And ultimately.
Yeah, totally. That album, I don't think it's just even that known for that much technology. Like for me, it's like a really good album because it's like the lyrics and the lyrics and just the progressions, and they're all like new tried things. It's not even the technology. If they did that entire album acoustically, it would still be as good to me.
That's true. Yeah.
We've come from another place.
Well, I think that's changing a lot today. Like we're coming out with more and more things that make us capable to perform things live like that. Not that we do it, like digital samplers and stuff. But I mean, we still love bands like Animal Collective and stuff like that. And sometimes it's just a matter of pushing a button, and these tracks kind of spew out. And like the more you can avoid that, the better. I think like you want to look for spontaneity in things, and that's like it's hard to kind of extract spontaneity in those kinds of things, I guess. Yeah.
I think it's not a very good thing to do, because like once the lip syncing comes in and once somebody starts playing to a recorded sound every single night, it takes away the spontaneity. Yeah, spontaneity.
Well, like even doing it once is just kind of ridiculous. I mean, if you're not capable of singing and dancing at the same time, maybe you shouldn't be there. Not to sound really overly aggressive towards that, but I just think it's really kind of you shouldn't be sacrificing live singing just to bust a few dance moves out.
Yeah, and I wanna see the mistakes. I wanna hear the mistakes.
Yeah,
that's what
mistakes
makes
are
it.
great.
That's what makes it good.
Yeah, totally.
Inside your neighborhood, we're lost inside your neighborhood.
Things will probably just be easier in a few ways. Like we're not really far into the technology of things today. Like we don't use a lot of what's available today. We're still pretty basic, and we still use mostly equipment that was made like in the 70s, like invented in the 70s. Like we don't play with our laptops on stage basically. So it's hard for us to even really say. I think that there's more than enough out there for musicians to use in a good way, like program-wise and technologically.
Yeah, I feel like all the technologies is like, I want to believe it's all gonna come back to like the vinyl, because like it's like the most expanded form, and it will always be the best form.
Yeah, and
so
it's still alive.
Yeah.
I'm in a lovely trance.
A lot of bands, well, like it's not, like we're not even like really capable of doing like those things. We think it's amazing. Like a lot of bands have this new basically tabletop instrument basically now, like where musicians will play at the tabletop as opposed to playing guitar or anything else. They just have all their things lined out and they loop things and just kind of mess with everything with probably a laptop too. And yeah, that's kind of like the latest kind of big thing, I think. But yeah, that's something. Mostly just laptops and things like that.
Yeah.
Could never cover your streets.
I know you had a theory that a long time ago that it's going to be on cards, basically. Music's going to be on cards, and it kind of is with iTunes cards.
Yeah, because I remember it sort of seemed like it started like a year ago, but it didn't really get anywhere. Like I saw like a rack in the corner of HMV, it's just like Bob Dylan's greatest hits card, and then I was like, no, I don't want this to happen. Like the whole store is just gonna be a wall of just like hooks and cards, and just like it'll be horrible.
Yeah, that's kind of, I don't know, it's probably just, it'll be something smaller, I'd say. It'll be something less physical, perhaps.
Or not physical at all.
Yeah, well, it's like MP3s, almost like downloadable MP3s. But that's kind of the direction it's going. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen. Like, it's hard to say. It'd be nice to know, but we don't. It's not as nice as having something as physical and tangible as a record, that's for sure. That's all I can say.
Paperback dome where I can glow.